Welcome to today's Choke Point, brought to you by Online Trading Academy. Boy, did I stir up a hornet's nest when I talked about something this week about the driver's manual. This all stirred up from a choke point I did last week, talking about lane sweeping, the practice of not turning into the lane nearest to you. I got an email from a listener, David, who's from California. He said, Chris, that's really strange. In California, where I was taught how to drive, what you describe as lane sweeping is legal. So I looked it up. I read the California driver's manual, and yes, in California, when making a left, you can turn into any open lane that is safe. So they are taught that lane sweeping there is cool. Here in Washington, it's not. So it got me thinking, gee, I wonder how many people who are moving here, because we have a lot of transplants who are moving to our area, where the rules are different that they were taught to drive in their state and how they might differ from our state. And I'm wondering, and I wondered out loud, and I put it out there on social media, should we require people moving to Washington State to take a written test, a written driver's test, to figure out exactly what the rules are in our state when they move here, figure out what the differences are. Boy, that stirred up a lot of controversy, and we're still looking for your responses. Give them to me below. One of the things that came out of that is I found out that in the 80s and 90s, Washington State did require you to take a written test for a time. But it was not until they got together with all the powers that be and got into a national database, were able to verify someone's driving record and driver's license authenticity from a different state, that they got rid of that. That was in the late 1990s. But for a time we did it. Idaho does it, Indiana does it, Michigan does it, Minnesota does it. So there's some states out there that still do it. Do you think we should? Do you think that would even make a difference? Do we have enough driving problems of our own from our natives, like left lane camping, that this wouldn't even make a difference? Give me your comments below. What do you think? Should we require a driving test, at least the written portion, when someone moves to our state and asks for a driver's license? And this Choke Point is brought to you by our friends at Online Trading Academy.